This is a Danish English latest update on the food check reform. This report covers the Danish government's last-minute decision to expand the national food check scheme to include apprentices after mounting political and union pressure, February 24th. Hello and welcome. This is Danish-InfoNews TV, bringing you the latest developments from Denmark. In a dramatic last-minute shift, the government has expanded the national food check scheme to include apprentices following mounting criticism from trade unions and opposition parties. Just hours before parliamentary debate, ministers reversed their position, calling it common sense before closing time. Here is what this sudden change means and who qualifies, and why the political pressure forced a rethink. Welcome to the latest update. Government expand food check to include apprentices at the last minute. Copenhagen, today at 11:54 a.m. In a last-minute change ahead of parliamentary debate, the Danish government has decided to expand the national food check scheme to include apprentices, following strong criticism from trade unions and opposition parties. Employment Minister Kåre Dybvad, Social Democrats, rejected suggestions that the move was a political U-turn. It's not panic before closing time, it's common sense before closing time, he said. Under the new adjustment, apprentices will now be eligible for 1,000 Danish kroner, equivalent to approximately $160, tax-free payment, placing them on equal footing with students receiving SU, state education grants. A sudden shift in position. For weeks, the government had maintained that including apprentices would complicate administration and delay payments. Unlike SU recipients, apprentices receive wages rather than public benefits and are not automatically registered in the same system. As recently as Monday evening, Social Democratic finance spokesperson Benny Engelbrecht defended excluding apprentices, noting that apprentices earn wages under collective agreements. Their base salary is generally higher than SU grants. Including them could slow down the rollout. Apprentice wages typically range between 10,000 and 18,000 Danish kroner, equivalent to approximately $1,600 and $2,800 per month, depending on sector and agreement. However, after reviewing consultation responses, the government reversed course. We have received and reviewed the consultation responses and have now agreed with the parties behind the deal to also include apprentices, said Kåre Dybvad. Pressure from trade unions. The exclusion of apprentices had triggered strong criticism from labor organizations. Danish Metals Education Secretary Peter Faber previously called it deeply unfair that students on SU were eligible while apprentices, who often earn modest wages, were not. Several opposition parties had also submitted amendment proposals to include apprentices in the scheme. No changes for millionaire households. While the government was willing to adjust the scheme for apprentices, it rejected calls to reverse rules that allow some high-income households to receive the payment if one partner falls below the income threshold. Minister Dybvad defended the overall design, stating that for those who find it strange, there will be the option to decline the money if they don't need it. But overall, I believe this payment hits the right target. Speed versus precision. Critics argue that repeated last-minute changes give the impression of rushed legislation ahead of a potential general election. The minister dismissed that interpretation, emphasizing that the consultation process worked as intended. Even though it is moving quickly, there has been a hearing process where relevant organizations could make their views known, and we have taken those responses seriously. He said, "What happens next? The food check, a tax-free one-time payment of up to 5,000 Danish kroner, equivalent to approximately $800 per person depending on eligibility, will still be distributed to more than 2 million residents in May and June. With apprentices now included, the program expands its reach slightly, but political debate over fairness, targeting, and long-term solution to rising living costs continues." That was the latest update on Denmark's expanding food check program. Do you think the government made the right decision by including apprentices, or does this look like a rushed political move? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. For more clear, balanced updates on Danish politics and social issues, make sure to subscribe to Danish-InfoNews TV, turn on notifications, and share this report. Thank you for watching and stay informed.